All right, let's dive into something totally different today.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
We're taking a deep dive into Ghanaian proverbs.
Oh, cool.
Little nuggets of wisdom that have been passed down for generations.
I love that idea, like a glimpse into a culture through its sayings.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a crash course in Ghanaian culture, but instead of a textbook,
Right, much more interesting.
we get these incredible proverbs to unpack.
I'm all for that. Where are we getting these proverbs from?
So our source is a curated list from TrenderHQ.
Oh, I've seen their stuff. They do good work.
They've organized it all by themes, which is super helpful.
Makes it easier to follow the threads, right?
Yeah, for sure. And we've got a range of themes here, everything from wisdom and patience to unity and even fate.
Wow, quite a spectrum. It'll be interesting to see how those ideas connect.
Okay, so let's jump right in with wisdom and knowledge.
Great place to start.
There's this proverb, wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it.
Ah, yes, the baobab tree. Such a powerful symbol in many African cultures.
They're huge, right?
Enormous. A symbol of longevity, strength, and community.
I can see why they'd be associated with wisdom then.
People gather under their shade, they provide sustenance, they outlive generations, becoming like living witnesses to history.
Wow, that's a beautiful image. So tying that back to the proverb,
Wow.
it's suggesting that wisdom isn't something one person just possesses on their own, right?
Exactly. Wisdom is vast, it's communal. We build it together over time.
So it's not about one person being a genius.
Not at all. And there's another proverb that echoes this. A wise man never knows all, only fools know everything.
Oh, I like that one. Humility is key.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. In Ghanaian culture, the pursuit of wisdom is a continuous process, a lifelong journey.
It makes me think of that saying, the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know.
Uh-huh, exactly. It's like a paradox, right?
Total paradox. You think you're getting smarter, but then you realize there's a whole universe of stuff you haven't even touched.
And that's beautifully captured in the proverb. The one who learns and knows a lot is like the deep river.
Okay, break that one down for me. I'm picturing a river, but
Well, think about it. A deep river is life-giving, essential. But it also has hidden currents, depths that might surprise you.
oh, I see. So knowledge is powerful.
Powerful, yes, but it demands respect.
We shouldn't be, like, arrogant about how much we know,
Not at all.
Mm.
We should approach it with humility, carefully.
knowing there's always more to learn.
Always more, and there might be unexpected complexities along the way.
So much to think about. Okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Where are we going now?
Patience and perseverance. There's this proverb that always makes me smile.
Okay, give it to me.
Patience can cook a stone.
Patience can cook a stone.
I mean, how much patience are we talking about here?
A lot.
Yeah.
But it's a playful way of emphasizing just how powerful patience can be.
Right, like more than just waiting for a pot to boil.
Exactly. In Ghanaian culture, cooking is seen as this transformative process.
Okay, I can see that.
You take raw ingredients, and through time, heat, care, you create something nourishing
So patience works similarly. It helps us transform challenges,
into opportunities.
even in the face of difficulty.
Something good can emerge.
It's not just about passively waiting.
No.
It's about actively working through those challenges.
With the belief that eventually a positive outcome will emerge.
That's a great perspective. I'm thinking of that other saying, the only way out is through.
Yes. And there's another proverb that perfectly captures this. By perseverance, the snail reached the ark.
Okay, love that image. The snail, known for its slow pace,
But it still achieved its goal through consistent effort.
reminds us that slow and steady wins the race, especially when talking about big, long-term goals.
Absolutely. Speed isn't everything.
Sometimes it's that steady, persistent effort that gets us there.
And let's not forget the importance of community support.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We can't do it all alone.
Right. As the proverb says, he who climbs a good tree deserves a push.
A push. Exactly. I love that. Like, recognizing and encouraging those who are striving, giving them a little boost.
It's acknowledging that we all need encouragement and help along the way.
Makes me think of another proverb that really struck me. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. That's intense.
It's a powerful proverb.
That's the message there.
It's a warning about the consequences of neglecting community responsibility.
Okay, I'm listening.
The village represents that vital support system, the network that protects and nurtures its members.
If that support is absent,
The consequences can be devastating.
whoa, that's heavy stuff.
Yeah,
So we all have a role to play in creating a healthy, supportive community.
we do.
And neglecting that responsibility has serious consequences.
Far-reaching consequences. It affects everyone.
Okay, that's a lot to digest.
It is. But it's a crucial message.
It is, for sure.
And this idea of interconnectedness plays into respect, which is so important in Ghanaian culture. There's a proverb that says, "He who does not respect the elderly is not worthy of respect."
Oh, yeah, respecting our elders. That seems to be a value in many cultures, right?
It is. It speaks to the cyclical nature of respect.
What goes around comes around. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. How we treat those who came before us will influence how we're treated by those who come after.
If we want respect, we need to give respect.
Especially to those who have lived longer, have more experience.
Right, and it's not just about age.
No.
It's about recognizing the value of each person, treating them with dignity.
And this brings us to another critical point.
Okay, go on.
A man who has not learned to serve will not be served.
That's interesting. In our modern world, we often glorify individual achievement.
We do.
This proverb reminds us that true success often comes from serving others.
It's a humbling thought.
It really is. Like, our own fulfillment is linked to how we contribute to the well-being of others.
It's a beautiful concept, isn't it?
It is. Okay, how about a dose of courage and strength now?
I'm ready for it.
This next proverb is one of my favorites. The lion does not turn around when a small dog barks.
Classic.
Talk about confidence. Like the lion saying, I've got bigger things to focus on. But what does that mean for us?
Well, the lion symbolizes strength and focus.
Okay.
It's not about ignoring all feedback, but about discerning what truly matters.
So don't let the little things derail you.
Don't let petty negativity, distractions pull you away from your goals.
Stay focused on what's important.
Precisely.
Knowing your worth, trusting your path, not letting the small dogs throw you off course.
Exactly. And this connects to another proverb that's pretty universal. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to face it.
Ah, classic. Everyone's heard that one, right? But what's interesting is how Ghanaian culture adds another layer to it.
They do.
With the proverb, the strength of the lion comes from the group.
So it's not just about individual bravery.
It's about finding strength in community.
Supporting each other through challenges. We don't have to face our fears alone.
There's power in unity, knowing we have people who'll stand by us when things get tough.
Which reminds me of a proverb we've already come across.
Oh, yeah, we have.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
We saw that one in the wisdom section, too. A double dose of wisdom, I guess.
Exactly. And that repetition, that emphasis, tells us something about Ghanaian culture.
Yeah, like how important collaboration is to them.
It's not just about efficiency. It's about recognizing the power of shared journeys.
Collective effort.
Yes. Working together to achieve something greater than we could alone.
We've seen this theme come up a lot.
We have.
Its emphasis on community.
It's a recurring theme. Speak to this interconnectedness of human experience in Ghanaian culture.
It's like that proverb, one finger cannot lift a heavy load. Many hands make light work.
Absolutely. It's a universal concept, but in the Ghanaian context, it's given extra weight. They truly value interdependence.
And then there's that proverb that's become famous globally.
Which one are you thinking of?
It takes a village to raise a child.
Ah, yes. Originated in Africa, of course.
Reflects that emphasis on communal child rearing.
Shared responsibility, this holistic view of well-being. It's saying that raising a child isn't just the parent's job.
It's everyone's job.
It benefits everyone.
Yeah, we all have a stake in the well-being of the next generation.
We do. Now, how about a little motivation?
Bring it on.
This proverb is a classic call to action. You cannot sit and wait for the cow to come home. You must go and search for it.
My grandmother used to say something like that.
It's a call to action, deeply rooted in the agricultural traditions of Ghana.
Okay, makes sense.
It's saying that we can't just sit back and expect good things to happen.
We need to be proactive, go after what we want.
Exactly. Take ownership of our lives.
And be responsible for our own success.
And this is echoed in the proverb, success is not a result of luck, but of hard work and preparation.
So yes, luck plays a role, but
Ghanaian proverbs emphasize human agency.
our effort.
We have the power to shape our own destinies.
I love that. It's so empowering. But what happens when we get so focused on success that we lose sight of what truly matters?
That's a crucial question.
What are we willing to sacrifice?
And that leads us to a thought-provoking proverb. If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice.
Okay, I need to hear more about that.
It flips the script on how we think about sacrifice.
How so?
What are we unintentionally sacrificing by our inaction? What opportunities are we missing? Because we're not willing to put in the effort or take a risk.
Wow, that's deep.
It is.
It's like our dreams can become the very things we sacrifice if we're not willing to work for them.
Exactly. It's an invitation to reflect on our priorities
To ask ourselves what we're truly willing to work for.
and what we might be giving up in the process.
Okay, so much to think about already. I think we need to pause here and come back for more.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to diving into the next set of themes.
Me too. This is fascinating stuff. Let's pick this up again soon. All right, we're back. Ready to dive back into these Ghanaian proverbs?
Absolutely. I'm eager to see what other insights we uncover.
Me too. Let's pick up where we left off, shall we? We were about to explore community and friendship.
Yes. And there's this proverb that I found a bit puzzling at first. A friend to all is a friend to none.
Yeah. Isn't it good to be friendly to everyone? Like, shouldn't we try to be friends with as many people as possible?
It's not about being unfriendly, but rather about recognizing the depth of true friendship.
Okay, I see what you mean.
This proverb reminds us that genuine connection, that real bond of friendship, it takes time, it takes effort, vulnerability too.
So trying to be everything to everyone.
It can actually dilute the strength of those true bonds.
Okay. So quality over quantity when it comes to friendships.
Precisely. It's about nurturing those meaningful relationships, those connections where you can truly be yourself.
And support each other through the good times and the bad.
Exactly. Which brings us to another proverb, and this one is so heartwarming. A friend is someone who comes in when the rest of the world goes out.
Oh, I love that one. It really highlights that sense of loyalty, that unwavering support that's so crucial in true friendship. And it seems like that's a key value in Ghanaian culture, too.
Absolutely. It's about being there for each other during those tough times, not just when it's convenient or fun.
Yeah, like when things get real, those are the friends you want by your side, the ones who show up no matter what.
Exactly. And speaking of showing up for others, this next proverb really resonated with me. When you see your brother or sister drowning, you do not ask who threw them in.
Wow, yeah. What a powerful image. It's a call to action, isn't it?
It is.
Prioritizing compassion over judgment, especially in moments of crisis. Like, forget about placing blame.
Right.
Just offer help.
Exactly. Sometimes the most important thing is simply to offer a helping hand without hesitation.
We're all in this together, after all. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about family and relationships. And this first proverb caught my attention. A child who is not properly taught will bring shame to the family. Now that sounds a bit harsh at first glance.
It can sound that way, yes. But it's important to understand the cultural context.
Right, always important to consider that.
This proverb isn't about shaming children, but about emphasizing the collective responsibility of raising the next generation.
Okay. So it's about understanding that raising a child isn't solely the parent's job.
It takes a village, right?
It does. It's a communal effort where everyone has a role to play, guiding, supporting, nurturing.
Precisely. And that collective responsibility connects to the protective nature of love in Ghanaian culture.
I'm listening.
Remember the proverb, the one who loves you will never let you be in harm's way.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful one. True affection, real love, it comes with a sense of responsibility.
For the well-being of the other, we want to protect those we care about.
To shield them from harm,
Yeah.
both physical and emotional.
Exactly. And that protective love is often intertwined with loyalty and gratitude. The proverb, "It is the hands that feed you that you should not bite," highlights the importance of respecting and appreciating those who care for us, those who provide for us,
It's a reminder to show gratitude and loyalty.
especially within family structures.
So much wisdom packed into these proverbs.
Isn't it amazing? And we've only just scratched the surface.
I know, there's so much more to explore. But for now, let's take a pause and reflect on what we've learned so far. Okay, we're back. Ready to wrap up our exploration of these fascinating Ghanaian proverbs.
I am. And we've got this last theme to delve into. Greed and contentment.
Such an interesting pair of concepts. Always makes me think of those cautionary tales about, like, the king who had everything but still wanted more.
Right. Never enough.
And it seems like Ghanaian proverbs have a lot to say about this balance.
They do. It's a topic that resonates across cultures, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I mean, who hasn't struggled with wanting more at some point?
Exactly. So let's see what wisdom these proverbs offer. This one paints such a vivid picture. You cannot climb to the top with both hands full.
Oh, I love that one. I can just imagine someone trying to scale a mountain weighed down by all their stuff.
Exactly. It's such a brilliant metaphor for the burdens of greed,
Like, we think all these possessions will help us.
but they end up holding us back.
preventing us from reaching our full potential.
And then there's this proverb that's a bit more, well, blunt. A greedy man has a very shallow grave.
Whoa, yeah. That one kind of stopped me in my tracks the first time I read it. What do you think it means?
It's definitely thought-provoking, isn't it? Perhaps it's a commentary on the legacy we leave behind.
Oh, interesting. Like a greedy person might accumulate a lot of wealth.
But what's it all for if they're quickly forgotten?
Or remembered only for their insatiable desires.
Right, right.
It makes you think about what you want to be remembered for.
It does. Do you want to be known for what you took or what you gave?
That's a good question to ask yourself. And it ties into this next proverb, which is all about self-awareness. When the fish sees its belly, it jumps out of the pot.
Ah, love that one. It's about recognizing when we're in a situation that's no longer serving us.
So it could be a job that's draining your energy, a relationship that's become toxic.
Or even just a way of thinking that's holding you back.
It's about having the courage to jump out of that pot, even if it's scary.
Because sometimes facing the unknown is better than staying stuck.
It takes a lot of self-awareness, though, to recognize those patterns that aren't serving us.
It does. And it reminds me of those proverbs we discussed about wisdom and knowledge.
Oh, yeah, how it's a lifelong journey.
We're constantly learning and growing.
And part of that growth is having the courage to change course when needed.
Exactly.
This whole deep dive has been amazing. Such a journey.
It really has. We've covered so much ground, haven't we?
From wisdom and patience to friendship, family, fate.
It's incredible how much insight we can gain from these simple sayings.
They really offer a window into a different way of seeing the world.
They do.
Ah.
And even though they come from a culture different from our own.
They speak to those universal truths we all grapple with, right?
Absolutely. It's a reminder that no matter where we come from, we're all connected by this shared human experience.
I'm curious, as we wrap up, what's one proverb that really stuck with you?
I keep coming back to, he who climbs a good tree deserves a push. It's such a beautiful reminder that we don't have to go through life alone.
Oh, I love that one. It's about support, encouragement, being there for each other.
Exactly. And it's a privilege to be able to offer that to others.
I think for me, it's patience can cook a stone. It's such a funny image.
It is.
But it speaks to the power of perseverance, trusting the process.
It's about believing that even in the face of challenges,
something good can emerge.
Beautiful.
Well, this has been an incredible journey through Ghanaian wisdom.
It has. A real deep dive.
And a reminder that wisdom can be found in the most unexpected places.
Sometimes in the simplest of sayings.
So thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you enjoyed it.
And until next time, keep seeking wisdom, keep exploring, and keep expanding your horizons.
The world is full of it, just waiting to be discovered.